Okay. So we got some. All right. So we're gonna take this thing out and see what we can do with this thing. So here it goes. Just gonna grab it. Ready. Just, so just like that, comes out. There's the box with the more styrofoam on the bottom. Some more of this stuff. I like to keep this stuff just in case I need to return it. And even if I don't return it, makes a nice dust cover, because it really gets dusty around here when it's not in use. So let's put that back in over here, and put that back over there. And let's take a look. Let's turn it the other way. I like this. It has a really good color. It's a black and the metal showing. Looks a little bit more bolder and a little cooler, I guess. Let's remove this here. Okay. So I think it pretty much is comes assembled here. Take a look at it, and it looks like this is the locking mechanism. So if I should really just pull this and let me see if this is loose. Okay, so that's loose, and this looks like it's loose here. Could be missing a screw here somewhere. So it looks like it's supposed to, or I got an extra piece. I'm not sure. Probably I'm missing a screw. So go figure that out. Where am I? No, they just put an extra piece on. So it looks like something else that goes in there. And something else that goes. So I got an extra little dud piece. So if this ever breaks, I'll use this. Okay, very nice. Let me see here. So that goes in here. So I think I need 2 hands for this. So I think I have to push it down a little, release some of that pressure, and then take it out. There we go. So I got an extra piece that maybe I just have. So an extra piece of this. It's good to know. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. Okay. Alright. Let's put the handle on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just screw in the handle. So let's get this to turn a little bit, yeah. Okay. Alright, so Set this to 0. See how that looks. Looks pretty good to naked eye, you know. Let's see here. This is the dust bag, which we'll just go ahead and put on just for posterior, just for the looks. Squeeze that and just slide it all the way in. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That one's loose. Okay. This one's already on there, which is alright. So this one's on. Take a set. Hi. I'm sorry?
The lady wants the carpet clean inside here?
The lady?
Yeah.
What about her?
Is that the one that just want the carpet clean?
Oh, I don't think so.
No? Probably I got the wrong house.
Okay, no problem. Okay. That was a nice interruption. Let's see here. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. So this is in here already. Cool. Came attached. Just have to tighten it up. It's on there. Alright. Bag's a little dirty. But anyways, let's see how it looks. And then being a little oily, I mean, it's looks like it's fine. Let's go ahead and just put those in there. Yeah. There you go. Feel that harden up. Little supports on the sides. Support right here as well. You can see that. Just slides right in. Okay. It's a little greasy, but that's alright. Guess they put some oil on it to make it go. We have to bolt this down or support it. This looks like it's a little weight on the front side here, as you can see on a flat surface. Other than that, I mean, okay. All right. Well, that's it. It's pretty much set up. Right here, if you can see that, check it out. Right here shows that 0 mark, but if you notice, it's not really on that 0 mark here. So let's see if you need some adjusting here. Okay. So let's see if that's fully to the right. Yeah, that is fully to the right. Okay, so we'll just have to see if that's straight. Maybe move that around and make sure that's properly dialed in there. Right here shows 0. So I'm trusting that it's 0. Of course, you know, if I loosen it up, let's see, it's not really that exact. You know, there's a little wiggle room, but you know, for these machines, there always seems to be a little wiggle room of something. So there, anyways, I guess when you calibrate this, just pick a side to push it up against, because these are the stops here. So if you there's always a wiggle room. Push it to the right or push to the left. Calibrate from there. I guess I'll just push it to the right. Or it says 0 here. Let me see what other stops it says. Okay, it says 15. I'm sorry. 15 if I push to the left. Let me see, and there's another stop I believe right here. Again, if I push to the left, it's pointing directly right there. And then 30, pushing to the left, see if I wiggle room. And then 45. Yes, yeah. So pushing all the way to the left. Let's go to the other side and see what happens. This is kind of neither or, just kind of wiggles. Okay, this one all the way to the left. Oh. Push to the left. This one also left to the dial. So when I'm going to calibrate this, I'm going to push all the way to the left, so I don't have to mess around with the dial. And then I'm going to go ahead and then adjust the fence here. So get that started, and then once I get that square, I think I'll be able to figure out how to do everything else here. Let's figure out where to go better place. Oh, I'll just leave it right here. Just a little better place. So one of the first things I'm gonna do is I got a straight edge, and I want to see if there's any play here. Okay, the total thing has no play in it. It's pretty straight. Okay. So let's take a look how level this thing is as well. I don't see, overall it's I don't see any gaps. It's not jiggling that much. See, I'm taking over here and just lifting it, see if I get any rocking in here, and it looks like it's pretty solid. But then again, if you got two high points here, of course it's going to be solid, but the gaps in here, I don't see that much gap in here. Anyways, it doesn't rock, so that means, if you put your trim or board here, it's not going to move on you. Okay, so I got the level here, and it looks level. Okay, that's good. Now let's go get my square. Here's a square right here. Always handy to have a square. So let's see if I can. Hope you all can see that pretty good. From this side here, it's pretty straight. I don't get any. I'm not getting any rocking. Just a slight rocking, but if I push it up, nothing. Okay. On this side here, see if I get any rocking here. Now I'm getting a slight rock, and it could be because of these, or for whatever reason. Seems like if I put it on here, I get a slight rock. I don't know if you can hear that, but So there's a slight rock from on here, but when I come over here, it's mostly on this spot here. Just really, that's really solid from the left side. Not too much here, but I get a slight. Let me see if it could be maybe perhaps something on here. No, I still get a little slight rocking motion, which I guess that's just the way it is. Can't complain too much about that. Okay, so anyways, that's not too bad. It's not gonna kill me, that's for sure. So the other thing I need to figure out is see if this is a 0 degrees. So I'm going to adjust it here just to get the flat part, this flat part right here, and just I'm just going to get just put it on here for now, and I'm going to see if I'm going to do it from this side because I want to I'm most likely going to feed trim and board this way. So take a quick look. You could see that there's a gap from the top, if that's going to focus or not, all the way down. You can see it getting bigger and bigger. So it needs adjusting, which I will adjust it. So I need to figure out how to hold this thing here. Let me see here. Maybe I'll just hold it. Yeah, it'll just hold itself. There, good. Okay. I'll need some hex screws. I think the adjustments are, if you look here, I don't know if you can see that with the black backlighting on here, but let's see if I can assist somehow. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's not that bad. Let me try to back up a little. Right here, it's just fine. So if you look here, you'll see that there's some kind of nut with the some hex nut, I guess. That's going to adjust the bevel. One pushing, one they both, I guess, push and pull. One pushing to one side, like the left side, and the other pushing to the right side. So let me get some tools to make that adjustment. Okay. I hope this works. I think I was working on something else. If you've seen my Predator setup video, most likely I was using this to unscrew the cover. Let's see if it's oh yeah, that's right, it's not the same one. I need something else. So let's see, what do I need? Let's see if this fits in here. No, it's too big. It's new one's slightly smaller. Okay, that one works. So let's see which one works for what. Try to hold the camera still here for you so you can see that. Okay, let's try the bottom one. if that moves anything. And I'm just going to look at the gauge and see if it moves. Oh, you probably want to unlock this so it can move. That way you don't strip this screw on this here and see what's happening with it. Okay, oh, it did. It's releasing it. There we go. You can see the dial slowly. You can see it move. See? So I probably need to. Let's just go with that right there. What it says. For whatever reason, they just did it that way. Anyway, so coming over here, I'm taking a look at this, and I want to make sure that this is straight. There we go. I probably should have both hands lifting that. Try to do that. Alright, it's way off. It's way off. You can see right there. So I'm going to have to turn it a little bit. Let's see if you guys can see that and see if it, yeah, there it goes. It's moving now. I need to turn it the other way. Alright. Okay, as you can see, that's better. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to not get onto the edge of the blade. There's a little lip here, so I want to get onto the actual blade part and make sure that's straight. So let's see here. A little bit more. Oh, I think that's good. Okay, so there's the adjustment now. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And if you can see that, you'll see that it's now 90, so at least from that as a base. So that looks like that's good. It'll be good to see if that's from here, that it's going to actually be straight. Well, it looks like from here anyway, it looks straight. There's a little gap here, but you know, that's just how it is, I guess. You just have to deal with it, make the best of it. So using this as a 90 to get this to be at a 90, that's your best bet, I guess. And yeah, see, right there. So okay, excellent, we made that adjustment. And then as far as this screw goes, I'd probably like it if you can get to it by sliding this out. I like to get it to that 0, just because, well, I know it's at 0, so let's go in here and let's grab some. Let's grab a screwdriver. If I can find one. I got two here. So let's see. Let's see if it's gonna work here. It's a little too small. It's not gripping. Let's try the bigger one. Okay. And yeah. All right, it's working. Okay, good. Didn't have to unscrew too much. So I kind of like it at the 0 mark. So I'm gonna move this over here so it goes on to the 0. It says 0. Nope, that's not 0. That's just the edge of this. So if you all can see that now, I can make that adjustment. So I'm gonna need 2 hands. Just have to believe that I'm actually doing this, which I am. So I'm gonna try to lean over so you guys can see if possible. But I gotta, my head's above the camera, so I'm not gonna be able to see. Maybe. All right. Anyways, I want it right there. Okay. I'll tighten up just a little bit so it just stays right there. So I feel just a little confident about it. Okay. So when I turn it, I know it's at 0, so I'm not gonna freak out. So that's at 0, and then let's see what it happens at 45, and so there it is at 45, and it's pointing at 45, and I hope it is. So let me see. These things, they can get loose, so there we go. Just want to make sure that yeah, it's already loosened up a little bit. I pulled that out. I'm gonna have to make that adjustment here. There we go. Okay. So it's adjusted at 0. Oop. Yeah, it's pointing at 0. Okay, good. And then let's see if I turn it here. If I turn it, you gotta watch out for this thing here. When you turn it, it'll bump right into it, so take it out for now. Okay, there it is, 40. It's on 45. So let's see if it really is 45, which I could kind of use this, but that's the 45 angle. There's no thing for it, so I got a triangle here from good old days of drafting, so it came in handy after all, even though I did very little drafting. Okay. So this one is adjustable, so I get the different angles, 30 degree, and then 45. It's plastic, but it works. Alright, so let's take a look at what happens if I can get in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it the other 45. All right, here we go. And oh my goodness, that looks like it's right on. So what I'm doing is I just want to make sure that I'm not touching the lip of the blade, because that can give me a false reading. I'm touching the actual blade to the to a space. I'm trying to get close to the center as possible, but I'm trying to touch the little spacing in here that allow the straight edge to go right through without touching the lip. If you can see that or not. Anyways, so I'm just gonna eyeball it here. That looks pretty darn close. Needs a little slight adjustment to it because it's not flat. So it needs to be turned just a little bit, and the reason that's why you have the other, this obviously the bottom one pushes and moves from the 0 degree. This top one is going to be pushing and pulling from the 45 degree, so we need to move this. And let's see what we got here. Let's see how we can work this thing. Around here. I'm just pushing it up against it until it can't turn no more, and I think that's working. Needs to be pushed. Yeah. Slight push. It's a slight little more push. Still has a little wiggle room to it. There you go. It's tightening up. It's really tightening up there. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh yeah. I can. Yeah, that's much better. So you can see that it's really starting to get tight. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's touching the edge all the way up to here, center as close as I can, down on through, without touching the lip of the side of the blade there. Anyways, hopefully you can see that. So adjusted for the 0 and 45, and pull that out slowly so it doesn't accidentally turn it. check it again for the 45. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I got this, and this. Realistically, you're not gonna go like some odd degree. You could, but there's only 2 positive stops on this. Is 0, 45, and that's about it. So anyways, so we got that all adjusted. Just turn this, tighten that up. Make sure this is all straight with a different straight edge. Yeah, that works. See that? That works. Okay. Alright, so far it looks like it works really good. Okay. Alright, those are done. The other thing is now I gotta once I adjust the blade to this plane here, and the bevels are adjusted, of course, by doing that. I got to make sure that the blade is perpendicular to the fence. So we're gonna go ahead and lock this down, push it all the way down, and just give this thing a turn. And this knob was a little loose. I have to tighten it, but pull it, and it should come out. Make sure it gets in here, plug it in there. Now locks into place. Drop my triangle here. Okay. So, oh man, this is so fun. So now that I got that done, I want to lock this into place here so it doesn't move. And then, of course, now I'm gonna make sure this is a nice little 90 degree on that, which it doesn't look like it is. Another thing I do is just take my 30 is good since it's longer on one side, but there's a gap in here, so it's just gonna fall through. So that's probably why I didn't use it in the first place. But maybe I could just put 2 in here, and that'll just solve. Yeah, okay. That's gonna solve my problem right there. Just put 2 right there, and that way I got a good idea. And same thing, I don't want to. Okay, I'll lock into place if I do that. I don't want to measure the lip. I want to see if I can get to. This may not work. I may just have to do this. This. I just have to do this. Make sure. So I'm measuring from the blade. I want to get that flat, and then move it in. And obviously, if you look, there's that edge right there. If you can see. So I'm getting this to be flat, edge touching, and then I'll move it in, and as soon as it stops, hit somewhere and stop. As you can see, this edge is obviously hitting before over here, so it's not straight, it's kind of slightly upwards. So the fence has to be adjusted now. fence has to be adjusted. Oh, so it does lock open. Oh, okay, great. I did all that work of holding it up. If you just push this all the way up and keep pushing, it actually locks into place. Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, shit. Wish I had known that. Maybe it's in the manual. I overlooked it. All right. So now I gotta adjust the fence, and adjusting the fence is not that difficult either. As you can see back here, there are these hex nuts here as well, or hex screws, whatever. Hex bolts, I should say. You just got to loosen them, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, and they are adjustable, from what I understand. Just gonna loosen them just enough for me to move this fence around. Okay, good. So I got that done, and then as you can see, now there's some play. You can't obviously move it wherever you want, but at least you can move it. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can adjust it now. Let's see what happens now. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this back into place. And then I'm gonna try to adjust the fence perpendicular to the blade. So I'm just gonna take the fence and just push it right up against it. Make sure the blade, this edge here, is not touching any of the teeth, because that's going to affect the angle of it. So push it all the way down first, I guess. There's not a lot of play in this thing. It's just got to make do with what's there. So that just has to be moved up a little. Okay. So I got this part where I want it. Got that part where I want it. Let's see if I can screw it down into place now. gonna just lightly screw it into place because if you tighten it, they seem to self-center themselves if you over tighten them. So as long as I got these two, the other side should stay right where they are. I'm just going to go ahead and just gently tighten this. Maybe put some pressure on it. Just gently tighten it so it doesn't move anywhere. Okay. And I'm going to do the same for this side here. So I'll just give it a nice little. Don't over tighten it because I think they'll move on you if you over tighten. I read some of the other reviews on this. So just enough just to with your fingertips, and it should, since there's 4 bolts, it shouldn't move that much. Tighten over here just through the hand. So these are just a little loose. Once you tighten the other side, these get a little loose, so just come back here and just enough where you get slight resistance. Let me check if it moved on me in any way. It did. It did move on me a little bit. Yeah, there's a slight gap, so I'm gonna have to start all over again. But the thing is, I think I want this side anchored, so I'm not gonna loosen the last bolt, and so I'm gonna actually tighten that in a little bit more. Okay, release that one. Now I only have one point to worry about, and that's this point. So and hopefully that will ease my troubles. Screwed up on that one. Yep, you're seeing it live, uncut. If I have this problem, you're probably going to have that same problem too. So, or you could just not have a straight miter cut. You know, you could have a 47 or 46 or 48 degrees or 51, 52 or whatever. 1 degree, 2 degrees straight cut. You can skip this part if you think this is too tedious, which is cool, you know. But if you buy one of these, I mean, that's kind of what you bought this for, is to get that 45, 30, 22. You might as well just go ahead and spend the time to make sure you get a 45 and a straight cut. Or you can skip it. I mean, or don't even bother, just don't buy this thing at all. Why would you waste your time like doing all this? But not me. I love doing this because I got nothing better to do with my life than to adjust this damn fence so I can get a 90, a 45, a perpendicular, straight, whatever. Because I'm crazy like that. Yeah. Alright, so let's tighten out just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And I'm hoping this stays right where it is. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see if I'm satisfied with it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. If y'all want to take a look, it is much better than what it was before, because it was slightly off, like this much, I would say. Now it's just straight. So I have it right up against here, and it's hitting. So I should be able to get a good 90. All right. So other than that, I mean, it's been adjusted. Remember, I told you about pushing this. That's going to make a difference, because if you pushed it the other way, see that? You got a slightly different angle in which you calibrated your fence off. So pick a side. All right. Pick a side where you want it. So I wanted that to be showing 0, so I know that's 0. Alright. Alright, so alright, let's it's been calibrated, adjusted. There might be one other thing which I read the review on, which we'll see here, is that when you get this, it may not cut all the way through the bottom. So this may have to be adjusted here, which controls how deep this goes. I've been looking at this thing here, and I'm not sure what it's for. There's no nut here or anything to do it. Let me see if I turn it all the way down. What would happen? Would it lock into place or something? No, it doesn't even lock into place. It's starting to rub against it, but it's not really doing anything. I have no idea what the hell this is for. It's just rubbing against it. Okay. Stripping the threads on it. Wonderful. Okay, well, if anybody knows what this is for, that'd be great if they could tell me, and maybe the rest of the world. Anyways, let's not have that messed with around. That controls the depth right here. And alright, so let's bring it. Alright, let's finally cut something with this damn thing. Got a plug. There's the other plug. Let's plug it in. Alright, let's see if it works on my effort. Okay, it works. There's a blade lock for it. You're changing the blades. comes with a blade here, supposedly 60 tooth, 5/8 arbor, 10-inch. So let's find some wood to cut, shall we? Hopefully this is straight. I cut this on my table saw, and I believe it's mostly straight. So, okay, so let's just do a straight cut here. Pretty straight. Let's see how straight it really is. Well, that's pretty darn good. If you want to take a look at that, right there, it's pretty straight, in my opinion. Straight enough for wood. I mean, it's not like we're machining metal or anything. So there's a good 90. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that 45 now, because I don't know anybody who's making a 30-degree picture frame. If you are, please email me. Now, what did I say? Did I say left? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I want to push it to the left to get that 45. There we go. Okay, 45. Push it to the left. Now remember to wear safety equipment. I know you don't see me, but I got some glasses on right here. So, alright, let's just... It does kind of help. Anyways, let's see if this works, since we're here showing it off. Let's tighten that, and let's get that loosened down here. Alright. Okay, that's tight, and then I think you're supposed to just crank this, and I'll just push it right down. Make sure that's straight. Okay, well, that's pretty decent. Just keeping it there. Okay. Here. Okay. Just tighten this so it stays right there. It doesn't move on me. So I'm tightening it here. I got it pushed to the left. Okay. Well, let's see how good this is. Looks good so far. Yeah, there you go. It's a nice 45. Can you see? Hopefully you can see all that. Yeah, that looks really accurate. Anyways, looks good. Looks good. So there you go. One more test, if anything. I guess I'd like to do before I make sure this is all good and done is sure that it's cutting. When you want to move this, don't forget to loosen this out so you can't move it so it doesn't break on you. Okay, and so one more thing I like to do is okay. One more thing. I want to cut it this way, make sure it's perpendicular to the space. I made it perpendicular to the fence. Now I want to make it perpendicular to the base. That way I know this is a 90. So we'll go test that out right now. Okay. So, again, let's check it out. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna make a. That's pretty square. So there you go. Out of the box, you need to adjust it, of course. Once you do that, you're gonna get a perfect cut all the time, every time. As you see, this is how long it took. How would I rate this? Well, it worked, and it's not bad. It's pretty inexpensive miter saw, 10-inch sliding compound. Can't get any better than that. If you have any questions, I guess you can send me a message or whatever, but I really don't want to reply to any of that kind of stuff. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helped you. You don't have to buy this particular miter saw. You can buy any other miter saw. They probably do pretty much the same thing. There we go. It's nice and clean now. So, well, have fun, getting one of your own and doing all this. Hope you enjoyed it. So, I might change the blades out a little bit later, which I'll maybe do another video on that. So, if you ever need to change the blade on this, you can. Anyways, that's it. Thanks.